It's a pleasure for me to welcome José Galvez back to Tucson. For over 40 years, José's photographs have created a powerful historical record of the Latino experience in the United States. This lifelong commitment has been inspired and informed by his personal history, his love of family, and his cultural perspective, which enabled him to pursue his work with a reverent understanding of the stories behind the images. Please welcome José Galvez.
I thought the lecture was really well done. It's one of the better ones of the semester, I think. Probably because it's so local. He's from Tucson, so it was really inspiring and interesting.
And in this talk, I'd like to talk first about myself. But in order to avoid confusion, I want to let you know that I'm not in any of the photographs that are rolling behind me. I shot the pictures, and so if you say, wait, is that him? Is that his grandparents?
My own personal photography is really revolved around, like, I guess, psychological studies. So this was interesting to me to see him studying people in the same aspect, but I do use a lot of digital, and he didn't, and he was kind of opposed to it. So I thought that was kind of weird to be living in the year 2012, not doing digital.
It was an exciting time when I was a photographer. We're talking early 1970s. The war in Vietnam was going on, women's rights, Black Power movement. But the most exciting part and interesting part for me at this time was covering the Chicano movement. 1970s, early Cesar Chavez was coming through town. Dolores Huerta. Here in Tucson, we had all sorts of issues going on. And so it was this time I sort of served as being the unofficial movement photographer. So whenever I wasn't photographing for the Star, I was photographing for myself.
I mean, we're in Tucson, so the Mexican-American culture is extremely well represented, and we know what it's like to be Mexican-American just by living here, or we have a gist of what, like, quinceañeras or weddings and stuff like that, which is what a lot of his work is based off of.
And in many ways, I am sort of their voice. I don't ask them where they're from. I don't ask the people what is their status. I photograph everyday life. I photograph the impact that they're having in the South. This is a beach house right across, there's the Atlantic Ocean. All the work is being done by Latinos.
And I think that's why he went to North Carolina. I think he wanted to capture the same mentality there that's here, because it's everywhere. But I think locals here in Tucson kind of take it more for granted, and it's not, I don't know, I guess it's not considered that different, it's just part of the norm.
In a few weeks, I will be having an exhibit at the North Carolina Museum of History. And it's going to be primarily a lot of these images that you're seeing. It's the first time that the Museum of History in the state of North Carolina, in its 100-year existence, has ever had a theme of Latinos by Latino. So I'm really quite excited by that happening.